play, Self-Help, it's a hilarious play. It's a farce. And it's very funny to, I kind of compare it to, you know, the old TV series Three's Company. It's kind of, there's misunderstandings, there are things going on that maybe some of the characters don't see or should be seeing, that, and the whole thing's a big misunderstanding, like Three's Company was, that old TV show. And I think that's what makes it so funny, and what's going to make it so funny for the audience. And, you know, the characters are played very real, but the audience, I think the actors on the stage are going to have to stop a lot because the audience is going to be laughing a lot. It's a very, very funny play.
Hello, I'm Paul Gamble, and oh, actually we should do this like I'll say who I am and you say who you are.
All right.
In each character that we play.
All right.
And maybe we'll try to go back and forth.
All right, we could do that.
All right.
I'm Vickie Gourley, and this is my second play with Hubtown.
I'm Lynn Cox, and my character is Bernice, and she's the maid. It's my first time I'm really acting on stage. I did a little bit growing up in plays in school and stuff, but nothing quite this big.
Hello, I'm Paul Gamble, and I play Hal Savage.
I'm Nicola Scales, and I play Cindy Savage.
Hi, my name is Marlene Sears, and I'm directing Norm Foster's play, Self-Help. This is, I think, my 18th Hubtown production, and we're working with a cast of 6. Lisa is my stage manager. I believe it's your first
time doing this, yeah.
Doing this, yes.
My character in this one is, I play a cop. His name is Detective Snow. He comes in later on in the play, and I think he's a very, very good cop, but some things have happened that morning before he leaves to go to the office that he becomes kind of distracted. And I think because of that distraction, he tends to miss some of the things, some of the obvious things that are going on in the Savage household that maybe if some of those distractions hadn't happened earlier on, he may clue into to what was going on.
Well, my character's name is Ruby, and she is a very strong character, shall we say. Some might even say abrasive. But Ruby has an interesting situation in this play. She's asked to help out, let's say, with a very big problem.
My family would say that Bernice is a lot like me. I don't see the resemblance all the time, but she's new, so she's a little unsure of things.
Well, Hal is, both Hal and Cindy, they're quite similar, and they make a very good couple. Very outgoing, and of course they have to be because they're playing the part of self-help gurus. And this was all, of course, just to earn themselves a lot of money, which they have certainly done over the last 7 years.
And as the story progresses, the audience gets to learn how satisfying having a lot of money may be for Hal and Cindy Savage.
The play is about a couple who are actors, and they're, you might say, second-rate actors. They're performing in small venues, and she decides that they could make a lot more money, be more famous by being self-help girls, by writing the self-help guide for people, and they take their show on the road. And the rest of the play is pretty much about how they want to hang on to that newfound fame and richness and the bizarre antics and hilarious situations they get into trying to keep that.
Oh, you were about to make love and I interrupted. Oh, this is wonderful news. Does this mean the relationship is back on, or are you doing it to satisfy some dirty animal urge?
We think it's back on.
Oh, kittens! This is delirious news! Oh, congratulations! Oh, it is such a weight off my shoulders. You have no idea how hard it is to keep a lid on a bad celebrity relationship. And I think we all know what would happen if your flagging marriage was made public. My losses alone would be staggering, and I only get 15%.
10.
Curses.
Marlene's great. I've worked with Marlene a few times. I think this is the second time that she has directed me. I've directed her. She's very precise. She knows what she wants for characters in the play, but at the same time she lets you kind of weave through and kind of experiment through, give your own interpretations on each character, but she knows at the end of the day what she wants, and I think that if you're kind of weaving off where that character should be going, she's great, and she can bring you in, and she is really good at looking at the entire picture.
Yeah, Marlene's a really good director to work with. She really lets you explore your own interpretation, and she gives you a lot of freedom as an actor. But she's very good at seeing the big picture, and she certainly has a vision for what she wants the show to be, and that's always how it turns out.
So this will be my first time doing the stage manager role, so it's definitely different than being on stage. I've done some other kind of roles with a couple of other plays over the last couple of years, but it's definitely fun and get to interact differently, I guess, with the cast and kind of see more of the behind the scenes, how things are done. So it's really a new experience for me, but I'm really enjoying it. For
And
sure.
she has a great sense of humor, and that always helps.
We definitely laugh a lot, that's for sure.
Sometimes when I'm on later on in the play, so I get to see some of a lot of the play before I have to go on stage. And there was an instance earlier today. There was a scene I hadn't seen before, and I was sitting next to Nicola just before she was supposed to go on stage. And she warned me that something was going to happen, but I didn't know in what context. I didn't know when it was going to happen. And then all of a sudden, she screamed. And we're off stage, and I just jumped out of my chair. But that was her line. She screamed. And so sometimes it's funny watching the action, I suppose, off the stage from an actor's point of view, just to kind of get a sense what the audience is going to see. Because once that audience is in the theater, we really don't get to see the play at all. So that's kind of cool to see it from that perspective.
Oh, well, it is just hilarious. I mean, it's funny from beginning to end. And it's just an evening of just entertainment. You can lose, forget about your worries and, whatever you've dealt with during the daytime. It's just come and be entertained and be prepared to laugh.
It's a very funny little play with lots of little hidden subplots that is just hilarious. And my character seems to walk in and out of rooms at the worst time because she never knows really what's going on.
It's an incredibly funny play,
It really
so
is.
I think people would really, really enjoy this. And it's the last week in February 27th, 28th, and March 1 and 2. A great time of year for a good laugh, especially after all this cold weather we've been having.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Cindy and I have the answer for your winter blahs. Come on out and see Hubtown Theatre's Self-Help. The time is now. The battlefield is light. The soldier is you.